Recovering Lord Sullen's xylophone certainly sounds like a charming ruckus. Don't get me wrong, but I'm looking for a quest to be remembered by. One final adventure for future generations to share. Surely, my dear friend, you can relate to that. Oh, hello, Gwendolyn. Come on in.
Where did your friend go?
Why, he's right behind you, keeping warm by the fire.
There's no one there.
Not to worry, he'll be back. Always bouncing in and out, that one, like a slingshot.
Grandpa, we need to talk.
Of course, sweetheart. What'll it be? Dragons, treasure, love stories.
We need to talk about this.
I see. Come here. I am so sorry. I should have told you when I had the chance.
I'm just not ready for you to go.
Listen to me. I am not leaving you, not yet. The mirror promised me one final adventure.
But the doctors, they said...
Has the magic mirror led us astray before? I'll be here for one more adventure, no matter what any doctor says.
So, where's this adventure taking place?
I haven't decided yet, but it's going to be grand. One for the tapestries of time. I was thinking Serenia, or a family trip back to Avalon.
Grandpa, you can't even get out of bed.
Oh, I can get out of bed all right, just saving up my strength.
I need to know why.
Why? I thought it would be nice to have an adventure outside these walls with the whole family.
No, not that. I need to know why the doctors can't fix you. There has to be a magical fruit that can cure you, or a spell to extend your life. I just can't believe that you're only suffering from old age.
Take a seat. There are a few more stories I have yet to share. For as long as I can remember, adventure always had a way of finding me. But as I grew older, I had to find adventure for myself.
Sweetheart, are you sure you need to go out questing for trouble at our ripe old age?
Darling, this old hat may be tattered, but it's not ready to be hung up yet.
I know. I know. As long as you're living, you'll be working to make Daventry perfect. But what's the point of working so hard if we never can enjoy it? We still haven't watched a single sunset from the Rose Garden.
But there's still so much to do, love. I need to stay sharp. I just don't want my legacy to fizzle out like King Edward's.
Do what you like. I know I won't be able to convince you otherwise.
I probably should have stayed back and watched that sunset, but I had adventure on my mind. Perhaps there was another lost treasure to recover, or a unicorn to be rescued. Oh, if I was lucky, a hideous beast would be terrorizing the kingdom.
You deserve a chance to celebrate your accomplishments.
Oh, it seems like only yesterday you taught my arrow to fly. The town was always a good place to start an adventure. Perhaps I should start there.
Wait, aren't you forgetting...
Huh? What was that?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Amaya and I cleared out all the spiniferous thorn weeds in the backwoods and planted a lovely rose garden instead.
Wait, what happened to the snarling Snarlaxes? With purple eyes, blue glowing pupils, 6 legs, 3 claws, and 1 tooth.
They had to be crumbled. Ruin the castle's curb appeal, I'm afraid. The clang of that copper bell brought me right back to my younger days as a squire.
Hold on, Grandpa.
Yes, sweetheart?
It wasn't a bell.
Oh? And what was it?
A horn. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Forgive my momentary lapse of memory. A patch of fire impeded my path forward. A mere brain teaser to get my logic wheels spinning.
Now, Pilar, I don't know if I'd say it like that.
He probably knows we don't have the croissant.
He needs to work on his time management skills.
After Alexander returned, we sealed up the goblin holes.
I wish Ulfie would stay put. This meeting is already way over schedule.
I'm getting tired of opening that door for him. He'd better come.
Years ago, if my memory serves me correctly, we redesigned that old meeting space into a sandbox that all the children of Daventry could enjoy.
Hey, how come I never got to play in that sandbox?
Your father was always paranoid about badgers doing their business in there and would never let me take you. Ah, a randomly placed item to add to my inventory. My adventure was already off to a great start. Am I remembering this right? We redesigned the space into a commemorative fountain honoring every guard who ever served the Kingdom of Daventry. The fountain was meant for every guard who served Daventry, but I couldn't help shedding a tear for Larry every time I passed by. Ah, life-giving water, nectar of the gods. We redesigned the space into a memorial honoring Pilar and Mr. Watts. The fire was extinguished, and my journey continued.
Ah, that's better. Thanks, King Bandicoot.
You're very welcome, friend.
Wait, what's going on? Where's Ulfie?
What do you mean, sweetheart? He's right there. Ulfie, a magical talking bridge.
What?
Oh, hold on a second. You may be right. Ulfie was a bridge with a troll on his back, right? Oh, sorry. I mean, a troll with a bridge on his back.
Correct.
How did your back catch on fire?
Oh, I'm not sure. Ulfie was taking a nap and then became very itchy. Probably just another heat rash.
A cool bath with 2 cups of oatmeal should clear that up. It's worked wonders for me.
Yeah, your skin does look fantastic for 86.
Well, that's a shame. I'm 77.
Oh, my apologies, King. At 386, Ulfie's memory isn't what it used to be.
I know. You told me that yesterday.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Can you believe how old we've grown?
It seems like only yesterday we were dancing the dance of the official Bridge Troll Guild. And all the paths through Daventry were wide open. I just hope I chose the right direction, because my journey has become a bit of a straight line lately.
Oh, I hope that's not why you squeezed into your adventuring gear. It's been Ulfie's pleasure to watch your little bridge take root and blossom into King Graham the Wise. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, if you enjoyed my earlier accomplishments, wait until you see the greatness my next adventure will bring. I couldn't wait to get into town. The square was probably full of people in need of an adventurer. Someone to fetch treasures or forage rare ingredients. On that day, I would have taken any quests offered. One slight problem. I couldn't remember which way the town was. Which way was the town again? My muscle memory was having a hard time remembering.
What is this place?
I'm not sure. I don't think I went this way until later. I better turn back. Oh, please, no! Is this how I would be remembered? I had to enter those flames before my legacy was burned to the ground. I saved one treasure, but it wasn't good enough. I pushed myself to grab another one. 2 treasures saved. They were charred, but not beyond repair. I probably should have stopped there, but there was no turning back now. Even in my old age, I was still pretty smoking.
Was all that really worth it?
Sorry, have my stories been good enough?
What do you mean? Your stories have been amazing.
I'm just not sure. There's so much more I could have told you. There are so many other details that I forgot to mention.
Grandpa, your stories are perfect. Just the way they are.
I just needed more time. Give me a few moments. I need to fill you in on some other details.
Grandpa, I'd like to remember the stories how they were first told to me.
They'll be better with all this stuff I forgot. Trust me.
Please don't ruin my memories. What are those?
Fairies. I couldn't figure out where they fit in the story.
Perhaps the story was better without them.
Did I tell you the goblins rode around on rats in the caves?
No, but how does that make any sense?
See that? This is Tree Dorman, Amaya's partner.
Grandpa, Amaya doesn't need a partner. She's a strong woman by herself. Besides, he kind of seems underdeveloped.
You may be right. Acorn song. How could I have forgotten Acorn song? He sang it to Alexander when he first met him.
I think a song would have made that chapter a little too long.
Sometimes you get into a bind, tangled up in a knot. Don't wake the bull, why set him free when you can be crafty? Hey, little buddy, so the world's gone and hemmed you in. Sure, little buddy, you might be thinking of getting revenge. Don't paw the ground with nostrils streaming. Grab a lumen needle, it's time for weaving. When life treats you badly, that's when you get crafty. No one ever fell apart, making macaroni hard. Watch your anger slip away while you're braiding macrame. Little buddy, learn to crochet.
Time to stitch your anger away. Life can get nasty, but you can stay classy if you get arts and crafty. Oh, I need a nap.
Oh, there was another puzzle in the ice labyrinth. I feared it was too hard to understand, but perhaps I was wrong. I had to find a way to get everyone on the switches. Oh, and there was this whole other hidden Wetzel wolf cave. Did I ever tell you about the time I raced on top of the bridge trolls? What about my sorcery battle with the winged ones?
Stop! Your stories were perfect. Didn't you tell me that no story is ever done? It just stops being rewritten?
I will go back and fix them. We were planted in Daventry at the same time, but just like my legacy, this tree would outgrow me. I could still make out some squirrel tracks under the dust, and I wondered if that's why the shop hadn't been sold yet. He knitted us a new friend every holiday. castle! I ran back home to make sure everyone was safe.
Well, hello there, friend.
Manny, hasn't your game grown tired and old?
Oh, I'm quite finished expending my efforts to refine this cesspit. I sacrificed my best years to the pursuit of a better Daventry. Now there's nothing left for me to do except watch as it burns to the ground and to hope that it will all be forgotten.
It was never about a better Daventry, and you know it. You just want to prove you're better than me.
Better than you? What have you ever contributed to this kingdom? If I didn't rig the night tournament, you wouldn't even be standing here. No, you owe your entire legacy to all the cretins that sacrificed their lives to build it.
Well then, leave my family out of this. Come out of hiding and face me alone. I'll grant you the rematch you so desperately seek.
Graham, your bones are too weak for a duel of strength, and your ankles would fracture in any contest of speed. Would your rusty memory even provide any decent competition in a game of wits?
What's the matter, Manny? Are you afraid if I win, you will run out of excuses for why you were never crowned king?
All right. First, prove to me that you're still strong and quick. You know where to find me.
All right, mine, don't fail me now. goblins thrived in the rocks to the east, so I stayed away. I was happy my lighting project had been implemented, but I did miss using my pumpkin lantern. After Alexander returned, we sealed up the goblin holes. Something seems off. The key was a bit too high for me to reach. Why, hello, old friend. I may be remembering this wrong. That's right. I had tried my hand at designing an escape room. One key was definitely locked in here. If only I could remember the combination. These things are always more fun in groups. wonderful, my favorite. Abstract art. I can't quite recall what the picture looked like. Was it pink? Was it orange? Was it purple? Wait 1 sec. I had beefed up security on that back gate to make sure no Etzel wolves could break in. The lock was crafted from very rare chromium I mined from the caverns in Ceridia. It was resistant to magic and required multiple keys. Of course, I couldn't remember where I had hidden them. I remembered where all the keys were, and the lock was open, which proved my mind was still quick. I pocketed the chromium. It was too rare to leave sitting on the ground. I'm gonna feel that for the next 10 years. I don't remember adventures being so hard on the knees. Forget leg day. I need to strengthen these ankles day. Well, I didn't feel that one, and I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Keep your eyes peeled, Gordon. He should be here any second.
You know how I feel about that name.
Fine, Mordak. Open your eyes. Look alive. Don't screw this up.
Screw this up? Might I remind you, it's my magic keeping you alive.
Yes, and when your magic concocts a working batch of Cosmolotion, I'll praise you. But my patience has grown thin, and I will not tolerate any more mistakes.
Brother, I warned you to stay away from those potions. You wouldn't hear it. I've wasted 30 years of my life trying to duplicate Hagatha's formula. And I'm afraid at this point, I'm ready to move forward or move on.
Is your mind slipping in your golden years? Have you forgotten everything I've sacrificed for you? I took you in from the cold. I saved you from a life of goblin slavery. And you have the gall to complain about 30 measly years?
Well, sometimes it still feels like I'm a slave to a goblin.
Hold your tongue, Morden, or I will.
Mordak, didn't I extinguish your flame years ago?
I was hiding under the floorboards.
I knew it.
How's the family?
Getting along surprisingly well since you shrunk them.
So glad to hear that.
Uh-huh. You mind moving out of the way? I have some business to attend to with your boss.
Mananin has strictly forbidden me to let you pass. Unless you can convince me that your mind is still strong and quick.
And how might I go about that?
Follow those clearly labeled signposts.
Of course.
Bring me back proof that you have completed each trial, and then I will escort you to Mananin.
I know you won't answer honestly, but I'll ask anyway. Is all this some form of an elaborate trap designed to crush my bones, yank my arms out, or contort my body into a twisted sculpture of death?
No.
Sounds like some good clean fun. I can't figure out if something just broke or snapped back into place.
Pa, are you all right?
I, I, I just haven't thought about these stories, in a long time.
Your ears are all red.
Just give me a moment. This part gets a little wacky. I think I should rest a bit first. You mind getting Grandma in here?
I'll be back after your nap.
Get your rest, dear. I'll be back after dinner.
I'll be fine. Take your time.
Just ring the bell if you need me.
Good night, my love. Remember your promise? Always seek adventure. Aha! I wondered where you went off to. No, it's not time yet. I was promised another. I'll fight it, I assure you. But... oh, I'm afraid you're right. You've always been a straight shooter. It's true. The mirror never promised I would live another adventure. Only that my adventure would live on. Just let me say goodbye.
Afanata.
Do you smell that germite, Graham? It's a toxic fume, I'm afraid. One that is said to challenge the strength of the mind.
Is that you?
He looks so old and pickled. Not the good kind.
Chester? Muriel? Wait. If you're here, does that mean that I am...
Oh, calm down, honey. It's hardly your time yet. We're just here to help you navigate your own imagination.
I'm here for the snacks. You, sir, have some delicious memories.
Chester Hobblepot, we're here to feed Graham's mind, not your belly.
Muriel, can't we do both? Every other thought in here is a popcorn-flavored jelly bean.
I wouldn't mind some friendly advice. Perhaps on outsmarting Manny. Or how I can make sure the legacy of King Graham the Wise will not be left behind.
Haven't we taught you anything?
Legacies are not about what you leave behind for people. They're about what you leave inside of people.
Uh-huh. Your kingdom is best left for the young, dearie.
That's it? You don't have any quips? Or an item to give me that will eventually solve all my troubles?
We've given all we have to give. You're gonna have to figure out the rest of it alone.
Wake up, Graham. Your mind is strong.
Great. Set that over there, and let me know when you've completed the trial of speed. Excellent. Right this way, please.
Well, where is he?
Meow. Charmed, I'm sure.
Are you kidding me? You wish to challenge me like this?
Careful what you say, King. My species has no bearing on my abilities.
I have no problems with cats, Manny, or goblins, or sphinxes. My issues are all with you.
No matter. The duel hasn't even begun, yet I've already won. Are you aware that you've hand-delivered everything I need to complete another batch of Cosmolotion?
Shocker.
Allow me to explain that you, King Graham the Imbecile, have once again...
Yeah. Wax poetic for 2 more hours, won't you? Pardon my vacant expression, though. I can barely hear out of my left ear anymore.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll speak with brevity, long sentences, drawn-out syllables to emphasize a point, raising my voice, more sesquipedalian words, overuse of the term moron, and I'll need a hair from your beard for my final ingredient.
See you at sundown?
Meet me at the floating island.
Good chat.
Dad, we brought you some treats. Dad?
Oh. Well.
Grandpa!
No.
Dad, say something.
Story.
Gwendolyn, go get the nursemaids.
No.
What do you want me to do? What can I get you? You want Mom? Mom!
Story.
Sorry?
No, story.
The story. Help me finish it.
Let's get him back in bed. Grab his feet.
Graham!
I couldn't reach the bell.
I should have known you would try to escape.
I thought I needed one more adventure. One last trophy to hang on these shelves. But the only treasures I need are standing right beside me.
It's okay, love. You can stop fighting. It's time.
Not before my story is done. You have to finish it.
Me? I don't know how it ends.
I'll help you.
I can't. I'm not ready. Gart should tell it.
Grandfather's passing his hat to you. I think you should take it.
Go ahead, Cuddlebug.
King Grandpa, the greatest adventurer to ever live, would do anything in his power to protect his family. As the sun set atop the floating island, Mordak placed the final goblet down for a toxic duel of wits.
That's a great start.
Welcome, friend. I'm glad you could make it.
Mananan restored himself back into human form using the ingredients Grandpa had unknowingly brought to him. But he was weak. The germite crystal was the only thing keeping him alive.
Mordak has carefully designed a series of trials to test our wits. Don't worry, he hasn't given me any answers. Some of the goblets have been topped with hypnotic powder. We will complete each station individually. If you drink from any of the tainted cups, you will lose and be under my spell, and vice versa.
The goblets have been set up in stations, each with their own rules.
I'll spare you the long speech and just let you read the rules. Ready to prove a goblin is smarter than a man?
There was one clue for each set of goblets. Someone must have thought themselves pretty clever.
You're doing great, sweetheart.
Only one goblet was safe to drink from.
Finish this one too. Simple, really. Neither of us are hypnotized, so let's continue on. Not really much of a challenge for minds like ours. Hordak, you could have made these a little more challenging. One more to go. Think you can handle it?
The duel was at a standstill. Neither competitor could prove they were smarter than the other.
I was afraid of this, friend. Although you started out as a lanky bumbleward, over the years my trials have conditioned your wits to equal mine. No matter. I have a backup plan. This flame enchantment will ensure neither of us can leave until the other has perished. How about instead of wits, we engage in a lethal game of chance?
Grandpa had no choice but to play the game. He was trapped and his kingdom was on the line.
I won this set of goblets from a game of wits with Lord Sarwyn. One of them holds an irreversible eradicating elixir. A powerful magic that will slowly destroy whatever it touches from the inside out. There are no special markings or any way to puzzle out which is the poisoned vessel. If there was, I would have slipped it into the batter of your breakfast years ago. But what fun would that have been? We'll each take turns choosing a goblet to drink from until they're all gone, and the better man wins. You'll drink first.
Grandpa was at a loss. For the first time in his life, the 4 E's of puzzle solving could not inform his decision. There was no logic to puzzle out. No clues or hints. Just a simple choice of life or death.
Well, Well, I guess you won. Bested me. Good show, old friend. Guess I'll ingest this and call it a night. But you know I don't play fair. And you've just revealed where the elixir is hiding. You played right into my trap, just like that foolish archer.
Yep. Grandpa's life was spared, and our whole family moved to Avalon. The end.
No, Gwendolyn.
What?
It couldn't have ended like that. You know, if I chose that cup, it would have destroyed the very castle you are standing in. There was only one solution.
He was out of options. Grandpa looked around at the kingdom he created and realized there was only one choice. Grandpa knew the eradicating elixir would slowly destroy him from the inside, but Daventry would live on. That day, Manny was outsmarted in a way he never imagined possible. In a way he could not comprehend.
Huh. Nice move. I'll accept that. But let's see if I can help speed up the effects of that potion. You pushed a thinking man to brute force. I hope you're happy.
You've already won. There's no need to torture him.
It was at that moment, while his body was being jerked through the air, that Mordak was reminded of his first encounter with Grandpa. Those memories stirred up something fierce inside Mordak. Manny didn't save him from a life of goblin abuse. Grandpa did. And it was time he repaid the favor.
Leave him be. I won't ask you again.
I guess it's time I held your tongue.
Manny's enchantments over the castle were broken, and he was never heard from again. Daventry continues to thrive and prosper, thanks to the sacrifices made by King Graham, the greatest grandpa to have ever lived. Is he still...
Oh, yes. He heard every word.
Thank you, Gwendolyn. The hat suits you well.
It was beautiful. You kids have always brought so much joy to your grandfather.
All of his children have.
All right, kiddos, it's bedtime. Say goodnight to Grandpa, and I'll tuck you in.
Good night, Grandpa. I love you.
I love you too, God. And I am proud of you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I just want to say, you're the best grandpa, and my favorite person in the world. I love you. And I'm so sorry you didn't get your last adventure.
Sweetheart, there is nothing to be sorry about. I now know that all of my adventures will live on forever inside of you. As long as you keep telling my stories, they will never die.
Thanks for sharing them with me, Grandpa. I love you.
I love you too, dear. Go get some rest. Wake me in the morning, and we can make some pancakes.
Grandpa.
My sweetheart Gwendolyn, when you read this letter, you'll already know about the crown I have left for you and why. Please don't worry about me. I lived a long, fulfilling life, and I wouldn't change one decision. I've promoted wisdom and knowledge in this kingdom, and I've seen that same thoughtfulness in your eyes. But I would never force upon you rules and addenda to protect my legacy. You must make your own decisions. I only share my stories in the hope that they would help you down whichever path you choose for Daventry. Go forth and be Queen Gwendolyn the wise, or the patient, or the Dragon Slayer. Just know that I will always be watching over you and kissing your forehead from the stars above.